Working with your hands is really important. For me, I think it's a mind-body connection, you know, where you're just really focused on what you're doing and all the other things sort of fade away. It's cool to have something tangible, you know, something that lasts, something that you can hold on to and touch and feel. And like, I can't wait to get back to the bench, or, you know, always having an idea in my mind, there's like a need or something. And my dad has the same thing. And so we always joke that metal's like in the blood somewhere. For me at the time, I was metalsmithing in my kitchen when I started. Smaller space, like I didn't have the ability to create big, huge things. I basically just tried and failed, and I burned a lot of metal, and at some point I started to create things that I felt like were passable as art. I mean, it took me many years to make the jump. I tried to actually leave my career, my real job, I think 3 different times before I actually made the jump, just because I was scared to do it. I was scared to rely solely on my art. Now, the other aspect is indie, actually, you know, and trying to raise a child and be a good mom and make sure she has a happy little life, and then still being able to do my work sort of in the spaces in between. Yeah, I really struggled with it for a long time. I still do sometimes, but I'm really happy I did it. There's always so much room to grow. I feel like I'm really a novice. For me, I feel like it's a lifelong craft. Like, no matter how much I do, I'm always in awe of how much I still don't know. It keeps me really excited about the work I do. It's kind of archaic, you know? There's really good technology where you can skip all these steps, but I really like, I don't know why, but I really like the process, and I like being able to make beautiful things out of really old tools, maybe a little rough around the edges. I liked in the beginning being able to just use the tools of metalsmiths past, you know? But as I expand, it's been really fun to kind of mess around with these bigger tools and be able to just expand what I can do. So much has been done. I mean, there's a million people creating a million beautiful things, and the only thing that you have to offer is really yourself and sort of your unique voice. And finding that and being true to that, I think, is the best advice I could give. Your work shapes your life, and your life shapes your work. You can't really separate them. And I think definitely in my situation with my studio and my house and just sort of where I'm looking to go with the business, I think it goes both ways. Last summer, we were evacuated from our home for over 2 months due to some raging wildfires that were threatening our home. And so that was 2 months. We had to evacuate really quickly. I couldn't really pack up my studio. I mean, there's just no way to take all of that stuff in our truck, and there was no way to work. And so there was pretty much 2 months that I didn't work, which is financially really challenging. And during that process, we were like, what do we need to do to sort of safeguard this from happening again? And so we just decided the only way to really ensure that I could continue to work was to be able to, you know, move my tools and be able to just move and be able to have a place that we, you know, a studio that we could take anywhere. My big dream for Ruby and Revolver and for our family is be able to support my family 100% in the mobile studio, wherever we're at, to be able to do the work I love and to be able to support my family doing it. Preferably in a really beautiful area. That's the dream for me.